Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supreme Uchiha the God, and today I want to talk about the potential endings for Attack on Titan. Now, I do not know the ending of Attack on Titan. I have no idea, really. I can estimate from the fan reactions what it probably or potentially might end up being. But I want to talk about some, I think some possible good endings that I would consider to be good. Personally, right? If any of these end up being the right ending or whatever, that's just me estimating. I'm just speaking my own thoughts here, so it's not, I don't have any information really about the ending. But I feel like I could potentially guess it just from the reaction. But I'm gonna try to give good endings. So chances are, if that's considered a bad ending, I'm probably not gonna talk about it. So what I want to talk about first is I'm going to say the negative endings, right? The negative endings are the endings where they're not happy, they're not positive. The more depressing endings, right? So I'm going to start with those. I think a depressing but really good ending would be that Eren does do the rumbling and, his friends die in the process, right? Everybody, Mikasa, goddamn Levi, he already, half dead anyway. Everybody dies. Everybody. And Eren probably offs himself at the end of it in order to ensure that, well, he can't really off himself, right? Because then somebody could eat his flesh and become the Titan. So he's probably going to exile himself and bury himself under the ocean or some shit and kill himself in that manner in order to prevent it from happening. And then you get like a few hundred years later, you get like a fast forward a few hundred years later and aliens end up becoming everybody else anyway because they spread out throughout nations, and when they do that they still see each other as enemies eventually. So it was like pointless, you know what I'm saying? Like he thought he was doing the right thing, but it all ended up nothing, you know what I'm saying? You see a kid and kind of like reminiscing of like Eren as a kid himself, playing with his friends, maybe a girl similar to make us like a parallel here. And, basically they get attacked by an army of fucking flying machines or whatever the fuck, because it's in the future now, you know what I'm saying? And boom, the same shit, the same cycle continues regardless, and it kind of showcases that like it's simply human nature. It's not just to do with race and breed and da 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 da. War is always going to happen. Like, look at the Europeans. They try to take themselves over and they're the same people, but you know what I'm saying? If there's any slight difference in existence, people will create conflict out of. You know what I'm saying? If we were all the exact same color, the exact same height, the exact same eyes, look the exact same, it's the people with longer hair, shorter hair. It'd be something else. There'd always be something, a differentiator, you know what I'm saying, that people would use against you. You know what I'm saying? To either say you're not valuable, etc., etc. So it's a really interesting thing to consider. But I think that would be a really, really good ending. Because, Eren wins, which is like depressing because we kind of don't want him to win. I know obviously people want Eren to win, but like you don't want him to kill Mikasa and all them guys, you know what I mean? But yeah, so that'll be one, negative ending that's good. Another one would be that Eren does the rumbling, but then he regrets it. But it's too late. It's too late. Too many people are dead, including his friends. And he doesn't really know how to cope. And maybe he realizes that he fucked up. And that's the ending. It's him crying alone in the world is burning around him and he's crying and he realizes he maybe asked the question like, was this all worth it? You know what I'm saying? So that I think that would be another good ending. It's just, it's similar to the other one, but it ends earlier. Then we have the ending where, let's talk about a positive ending. This one's a positive ending. Mikasa kills Eren, right? Mikasa kills Eren, and she's the one that's torn, right? So it's kind of a negative for her, but it's a positive for like everybody else. And with the help of Levi, with the help of the gang, they off Aaron, and that's her best friend, her the person she's in love with, her brother, her everything. You know what I'm saying? Her last family member, her only family member, the person that saved his life. And it kind of goes back as well. It connects nicely to that whole thing. Save Mikasa, save Armin. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like Aaron foreshadowed his own death and knew that they would be the ones needed to do it. You know what I'm saying? Since he's kind of been manipulating things from the future through the present. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll also be a really interesting and nice ending to it. Maybe Armin even dies in the process. That'll be good. Have somebody very, very important and pivotal die. And I think that works. Another one that I think would also be good would be Aaron during, as his teammates, as his friends are attacking him and fighting him and stuff. He notices like how his friends are like looking at him. They're looking at him as the same monster that he looked at eat his mom. You know what I'm saying? And that triggers something in him, and he realizes, and he breaks down, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been tough all along. He's been trying to be like the toughest guy on earth for a very long time and keeping it all in because, he had so much rage and pent up anger within him, and he didn't really see the positive that he had, like Mikasa, like Armin, like all of that. He didn't really appreciate that. He didn't see the value in that the way that he should have, you know what I'm saying? And obviously he saw the value in it by trying to save them or save the whole race, but he didn't realize that there wasn't all doom and gloom in his life despite everything that happened to him. That there was moments he could have cherished, there was smiles that he could have had, because when everybody was like celebrating and happy and shit, Aaron wasn't happy, bro. Like when they found out about the other side and shit, like that shit didn't satisfy him at all, bro. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing that would satisfy him, he thought, would be the death of everybody else, and the complete freedom of his people. And him realizing that's not really all it's cut out to be, because he ended up becoming the same monsters that he was afraid of. You know what I'm saying? And definitely seeing his friends and Mikasa, the love of his life type shit, trying to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And he breaks down and he cries and he apologizes and he ends it. I don't know how he ends it, but he undoes the rumbling. He gets rid of it because he's the founding titan. He gets rid of the curse completely, and he kills himself at the end to show nobody else gets these powers. He removes all titans from existence. Period. He just no more titans. You know what I'm saying? And frees Ymir finally, because Ymir is the one that has to fucking be building these titans, right? I know that Aaron kind of took over anyway and has become the pseudo Namir now. But I'm pretty sure she probably still has to build the goddamn thing anyway. So I think that'll be a great way to do it. And it frees him, but I think he'd have to die, to be honest, because he can't really be rectifiable. Like his actions can't be rectifiable. Like he can't just be jailed for that type shit. Like he's got to be put up for murder. Like he's got to get beheaded or some shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I think it doesn't make sense for him to get beheaded like that either, because somebody could just eat his fucking spinal fluid or whatever, and boom, he's fucking, you know what I'm saying? He's whatever the fuck. So, I think that's a good way to do it. And he'd have to maybe sink himself in the ocean to ensure nobody finds his body. And that's his death, you know what I'm saying? And then you have Mikasa and Armin and them watching the boat go, as and maybe with Levi in the boat to make sure that motherfucker actually, you know what I'm saying, does it. And that's how we end. That's how we end Attack on Titan. You know what I'm saying? I think that'll be a very nice ending. Another potential good ending for Attack on Titan would be everybody fails, bro. I don't know how that would work, but everybody fails. Eren is getting crazier pushback than he thought by the rest of the world. Some of the militaries are way stronger than he thought. And, obviously with Armin and the boys and all of them attacking him, he fails to do it. and they all kill each other in the process. You know what I'm saying? Amen and Mikasa and Levi and everybody, Gene, everybody dies. Everybody, including Eren Yeager. And the problem with this is somebody can eat the spinal fluid, meaning the whole process could be completely restarted. You know what I'm saying? And boom, that'll be a sad ending, but I think it'd also be a really good ending, especially in this world of Attack on Titan. So those are kind of like my ideas for like what I think some, you know, I think there's potential for a lot different endings. I think absolutely, but I think these ones, at least to me, sound really good. What do you guys think? Do you think that, and please, if you know the ending, don't be that guy. If you're gonna talk about it, please put spoiler, massive spoiler, and then speak. You know what I'm saying? Don't just put it out there and spoil it for people. You know what I'm saying? If you disagree or agree, please let me know why in the comment section below. If you have any ideas for your own endings, please also comment that down below. It's been your boy Supreme Uchiha the God. I'm out.